What's going on, champs and chambettes? It's Fire Monkey here, and there has been a lot of news regarding Fortnite Festival recently, so in today's YouTube video, we're going to be covering everything such as support coming to multiple plastic physical instruments in the near future, and much, much more. However, firstly, you may notice that my game is currently not in English. This is because there's actually some hidden cosmetics in the item shop you can't normally purchase if you have your game set to English, but if you change it to something like Spanish, you can't actually see. So if we go over to the item shop, you can see them right here. These are the instruments for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Fortnite collaboration. We have four right here. We have a microphone, you got the bass, you got the guitar, and of course you got the keytar. There isn't any actual, like craziness about these. There's no real reason for them to actually hide them, except for a small little bug that's been happening here or there. So if we go over to my actual instrument tab, you may notice that, all the icons look pretty normal, except for the bottom left with the microphone, which is using a default microphone icon. It's not even the normal microphone icon right here. It's more of like a slanted one, like if it was a pickaxe you use in game, and that is the entire reason why that shop tab has been hidden in the English language, but they kind of forgot to hit it in, like Spanish and maybe a few other languages here and there. So if you want to pick up these instruments so you can use them while using the turtles in the actual Fortnite Festival mode, definitely go ahead and change your language real quick, purchase them, use anyone's creator code. If you want to use mine is code FireMonkey in the item shop, #ad, #EpicPartner. And with that said, it's time to talk about something else that isn't related to the item shop and stuff you buy. So for this, if we actually go over to my Twitter account, we have a few things to really showcase to you guys here. Now, in terms of all the craziness going on here, one thing I'll have to really mention here is that we have a lot. As you can see, we have some physical controller images, but we got to talk about this video first. So recently sent to me via a anonymous Rock Band modder was a clip where they went ahead and took the MIDI file, which is basically the file that tracks the whole entire chart for all the different difficulties and everything else, and put it from Fortnite Festival into, like the old Rock Band games, maybe Clone Hero or something along those lines. This looks a lot like, like Rock Band, just like 3 or whatever, so I assume it's around one of those. But they went ahead and took the entire file, put it in the old Rock Band game, and went ahead and put it to the actual plastic instrument parts, which were noticed in the MIDI files themselves. And as you can see by this video, instruments aren't just supported for a physical guitar, but we also have pro drums being supported, and we have a physical bass being supported they'll be able to play with a little bit later, right? Now, if we look on the left side, on the very left, we have the normal guitar. On the middle, we have the drums, and then on the right, we actually have the bass. And I know you guys can't actually hear anything going on with this clip. The reason why is because it's I by Kendrick Lamar, so I'm not trying to risk any copyright strikes or anything else, especially for news as big as this, which shows us that, hey, we're not just getting, guitar as an actual physical instrument that we'll be able to mess around with in Fortnite Festival, but we are also getting pro drums, and we're going to be able to get bass as well that you're going to be able to mess around with. Now, based on the MIDI files, there is no data regarding actual plastic vocals, which basically is like, vocals you can sing, and there's no mention of song lyrics anywhere in there at all, so it does appear like what we're going to be having is just, drums, bass, and guitar supported with physical instruments, and no plans for them to actually bring back, the activity of being able to sing a song with your vocals in order to gain vocal score, points that way. But it is super hyped to see how, everything is kind of working, and to see how you can even take some of the MIDI files from the game right now, import them into the old Rock Band, Guitar Hero, Clone Hero, and all that type of stuff, and be able to actually play them. So who knows if this is going to be a big boom in the modding scene for stuff like Clone Hero, or if this is going to be something that, is just like, hey, look, this is possible. Who knows how often it will be that we actually see someone going around and porting these old, or I guess the new MIDIs into the older games and all that type of stuff. But it is super cool to see that it isn't just guitar being supported. But of course, we do have some interesting news regarding guitars, and that is this new FCC filing for the Riffmaster wireless guitar that is going to be by PDP. PDP is the person who has been hyping up, bringing back, these actual guitar instruments, bringing them back and everything else. They've been hyping it up coming in like early January of 2024. And as we can see right here, we have some very interesting designs. We can see that there's an Xbox logo actually going down there, and I'll go ahead and make it so I can capture my cursor so you guys can see this a little bit better what I'm pointing at. You got the little Xbox logo right here, and then as we continue onwards, we see an image where they have it hooked up to the Xbox, and then they also have, different adapters so that you can charge the controller, but also over here you can actually plug in headphones into the microphone, which I think is a really sick thing, because as far as I'm aware, in the old days when we had all the old plastic guitars and everything else, there wasn't really an option to plug headphones into the actual plastic guitar or, instrument, and this time around appears like, they're innovating on that design and making it a little bit better. Now, something else I did notice here that you can't really see from this image is that if you look right here, you can see the different colored, little parts that you would actually click on. So you have the green, the red, the yellow, the blue, and the orange. And even if we go back to like the old footage right here and we actually look at the different things, we got green, red, yellow, blue, orange, which most likely means that even if we don't see those color little, icons in Fortnite Festival, this will also be the resurgence of plastic instruments being able to be used in those older Rock Band, Guitar Hero, and Clone Hero games for everyone to have fun with. And of course, since, it can be connected and charged to your actual Xbox through this little USB cable, I wouldn't be surprised if people find a way to mod it and get it working on a PC. Now, even though all of these icons are actually, I guess all these images are for the Xbox controller, it is a filing for both Xbox and PlayStation. There was no mentions of PC or the Nintendo Switch, but of course it is in the very early days, and as you can see, we have some more images such as the internals. You can see the battery and everything going on with it. Some, related setup photos showcasing the actual guitar. You can even see some of the little icons or, the little colors. I don't really know the proper wording for it right now. I haven't really paid attention to Rock Band in a while, but you can see that right there on the side. And then for this image, for example, it does show that for whatever reason, unless this is more like a teardown image, you'll be able to like click a piece of it so that you can fold the guitar in half in order to make it a very small thing that it makes it easier to store. But overall, it is super interesting to see all this type of stuff happening and all these different little, supports and changes going on for the plastic guitar area. And I mean, plastic instruments as a whole, right? Because as I've been talking and looking in the Rock Band community and, Guitar Hero community, Clone Hero community a little bit more, it is wild to see how, upsold a lot of this type of equipment is, all the adapters and stuff you need to get it working on PC, because of how there aren't really any physical instruments or whatever being made anymore to be used for those old games. So it's really cool to see how Fortnite Festival is causing a resurgence in these instruments being made, and how it's only the beginning, because we will be getting more instrument support in the future, such as drums, like I mentioned, pro drums, as we actually saw from the video, and with bass as well. So this is only really the starting point. And then pointed out by Super Katana over on Twitter was that the chip the guitar is running has USB 2.0 high-speed support, which means that it could technically be one of the first good, plastic guitars out there or whatever else that could support up to 8 kilohertz, as a pull rate, which is super interesting to actually see happening, because it means that, this not only isn't just, your normal plastic guitar coming back to play or whatever else, but it's also going to be modified and stuff to be one of the best, innovations in a way for these actual guitars, make response times, all that type of stuff faster. And I think it's going to be super interesting how all of this kind of evolves over time, and seeing how this is actually going to, continue becoming more and more of a thing. And I can only hope and pray it continues to be super successful, because I'm going to be honest, I would not care if I had to set up a whole entire drum set right here, like my PC setup. I would so do it if I could just, be playing drums and everything else while playing Fortnite Festival, because even though, all the songs are kind of like microtransactions, they do have the daily rotation and everything, it is genuinely a lot of fun to hop in Fortnite Festival and play it for a little bit. I'm not the most competitive guy, I'll try some expert songs here and there, but I'm garbage at the game. Let's be honest here, okay? Young Ricky might have been better than I am today at playing this type of stuff. But yeah, it's super interesting to see all these little advancements and news regarding Fortnite Festival, and I'm super excited to see what the future of it actually holds, and to see how everything is just kind of going to continue evolving over time. So let me know in the comments down below. Are you excited for the future of Fortnite Festival? Are you excited to see plastic instruments returning? And let me know, regarding, Fortnite Festival, what are some albums or songs you would love to see in the game? Because, there's a lot of stuff that can actually be evolved on in this game and released as it continues being a permanent game mode up in 2024. So I just want to, start a discussion down below. And of course, if I messed up a little bit of descriptions here or there, Fortnite Festival, Rock Band, that type of stuff isn't my main focus. As you guys know, we're mainly more focused on like normal Fortnite Battle Royale type of stuff. But of course, it has been something I used to watch on and off a long time ago. I just never really paid too much attention to the lingo or specifics for things. So it's super cool to be one of the people who actually get to talk about guitars and stuff with you guys, and it still matches the genre of what this channel even is. So until next time, I'll catch you champs and champettes a little bit later with another video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and peace out.